But no, what this guy has designed a pair of goggles because he maintains that depending on who you are, one side of your brain is reasonable and the other side is the more creative and usually is at war with the reasonable side of the brain.
Huh. This was a seminar you went to?
I went to it because I'm on a mailing list, essentially.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, Katz, but the medulla oblongata.
Hey, this is a family restaurant, please.
I love saying that, the medulla oblongata.
What? What about it?
I just like saying that.
All right, well...
Years ago, I mean, before we know what we now know about the brain, which is not a lot.
Yeah.
They used to drill a hole in the skull.
I heard that.
To permit the evil spirits to escape.
Oh.
What they didn't realize is that other evil spirits were getting in. And also, electric shock therapy used to be very popular.
Right. They still use that, huh?
Well, it's called the death penalty, but it's really... You know, even though the kid drives me crazy, he is my best friend in the whole world.
Yeah.
You know, he's the one guy I can tell anything to. And I know that he won't be listening.
Oh.
You need somebody like
that.
Could use a deaf ear. I think it's very important that he get out there, see if he can function as an adult human.
Yeah. I think this trip is very, very good for him. Even though it was stressful, the whole thing of packing and knowing what to take.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, you know, see, when I was a sales manager...
Did you just eat your booger?
No.
Oh, then what did you do with it?
Flicked it. I didn't... There wasn't any.
Did you wipe it under the bar?
No.
Did
Wait,
you?
Let me feel under the bar, see if there are any... Oh, my God!
There's a long black hair in the bowl of peanuts. Just pretend like it's nothing.
What is it?
There's a long black hair in the bowl of peanuts.
In the bowl of peanuts. Want me to get it?
No.
No. Want me to braid it?
I'm just going to slide over to my left one stool. I don't want you to follow me in a couple of minutes.
Okay. Ixnay with the air face.
What are you guys doing?
Huh?
Nothing.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Why are you moving away like that?
What? Like what?
Why'd you just move down there?
Huh?
We didn't move anywhere here, Ned.
Stretching.
Let's play who can find the long black hair in the peanuts. You go first, Julie.
Is there a long... Are you serious?
Close your eyes.
Oh, my God.
Oh, geez. You won already?
Ah.
You're so good at this. But my fear is that I'd be on my way to work and the battery would die, and I'd have a bike.
Couldn't you just pedal?
And it's hard to pedal with the battery attached.
Really?
See,
I'm sorry, just
bike,
asking.
No, the bike weighs nothing, but the battery weighs quite a bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting design of this.
And the other thing about this bike that I should point out is that because it's electrical, that it's totally pollution-free energy.
Wow.
And I did some arithmetic, and I figured out that by riding my bike to work, over a period of 6 months, I would save more than the cost of that bike on fuel.
That's considerable.
And I'd have to leave about an hour earlier.
That's ridiculous.
It's interesting. Men seem to do this at a sort of forgive me for saying this, but kind of at the point of life that you're in right now. I mean, my brother did that. When he turned 40, he had to have this red sports car.
Well, I
had to have it.
Yeah, that's a similar. I think the women are drawn to, a woman sees me on this thing and she says, "Speed up."
Yeah.
Passing you on the right.
I've done that.
Have you done that?
Oh, I've done it. I had the worst blisters, and I was so crabby by the time I was done.
I felt terrible once. I had to ask the police to stop at Walk for Hunger so I could cross the street.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, it's usually one guy that walks against the crowd. They call him the salmon, I think.
The salmon.
And by the way, if you guys would like to, I'm sure Ben would be delighted if you would like to sponsor him.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Are you kidding? Anything to not have to do it.
Well, it's 20 miles, so if you say you'll sponsor him $1 a mile.
Fine. $1 a mile.
Stanley?
Stanley?
All right, a buck a mile.
Okay, so that's $40 right there.
Yeah, good.
Okay, I'd like to buy both of you a drink for thirst. Let's drink for thirst.
Drinking for thirst.
But it is amazing that in this country, the most powerful and the richest country in the world, that kids go hungry every day. If only they would take the time to have a snack.
Nice.
You know?
So was it upholstered or wood?
It was upholstered. That's
Oh, see, I draw the line. I never take anything that's upholstered off the
Why is
street.
that?
Well, because things can hide in there.
I looked for cash. Is that's what you're talking about?
Cash wouldn't be such a bad thing.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
you know, when you think about it, other
Julie's
people
right.
sit in their chair. Maybe they don't have any clothes on. You just never know.
I think about that in hotel rooms.
Do you think about that?
I think, oh, listen, I can't be the only guy that sits naked on the furniture. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So this patient is coming back in a couple of days, and I haven't seen her since the incident. And I'm not really sure how to handle it.
You could call her up, tell her you've ended your practice and moved.
That's such a cowardly thing to do.
Yeah.
I like it.
I think you're maybe a little overly worried, John, would be fair to say, Stanley?
Yeah, because this is it's a dilemma for me.
Yes,
That
but
sounds embarrassing.
You know,
as
you have
hell.
a couple of dilemmas, you get yourself a crisis.
How many dilemmas in a crisis?
3. Young polar bear comes home from school. True story. No, I have to tell you this joke. Young polar bear comes home from school, and he says, "Mother, am I really a polar bear?" She says, "Of course you're a polar bear." And I go to bed. He comes home the next day. He says, "Dad, are you and Mom really, really polar bears?" The father says, "What are you talking about? Good night." This goes on for weeks, for months. Were your parents polar bears? Were their parents polar bears? Am I, in fact, a purebred polar bear? The father finally says, "Enough. Why do you keep asking us these questions?" She says, "Because I am freezing."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great joke.
He was cold. The bear, he was cold.
Yeah, that's all that was
right,
going
yeah,
on.
that
with
was it.
Yeah.
What is that?
Hey,
What are you-
what-
what are you-
This is just, I've just been...
You bring your
Well,
machine
I've
gun?
been bringing my guitar to work these days just because I'm working on a song.
Oh, so you're back to songwriting again?
Well, actually, you know, I never really left it, but I'm just curious of what you guys think.
Can I hear it?
But just it's a work in progress. So,
Okay.
and my big fear is that I'm rewriting someone else's melody.
Oh, okay. So we'll think about it.
Okay. Oh, say can... No, hey, I'm kidding about that.
Just change it
But
to
no.
some other...
Okay, yeah. No, this is how it goes. It goes, left out, but I'm not new. This doesn't seem too fair.
Yes.
You wrote that?
Yep.
God, I have chills. I want to start crying.
I'm almost done.
All right.
I've gotta think this through.
Oh, boy.
Then this is a chord that I recently learned from a friend of mine.
Ooh.
That's pretty.
The C minor diminished seventh.
I like the song. I think it's really good. You have a nice voice.
Paul McCartney once referred to Brian Wilson as a musical genius. Yeah. And that same year, Bob Dylan called Smokey Robinson America's greatest living poet.
What's your point, Stanley?
That I know stuff.